Circuit Court, and they produced a 2-to-1 decision requiring the Nuclear Regulatory Commission to license Yucca Mountain. Their opinion means nothing. Yucca Mountain is dead. It's padlocked. Nothing's going to happen there. Now, we've had 3 votes in Congress over the last year on a vote of 4-to-1 ratio saying we want something to happen. Well, was Harry Reid correct that nothing is going to happen? It means nothing for the vote of a court and the vote of Congress to take this action? Either one of you.
I can't comment on the Senator's statement.
You comment your opinion. Was he correct? That's what I'm just asking. Was he correct?
I can't comment on the Senator's statement.
You don't know whether he's correct?
I can't comment on the Senator's statement.
Yeah, I hear you. Mr. Lyon?
Well,
was he correct, yes or no?
I certainly can't comment on what the Senator said. That's simply not appropriate. However, the court decision stands, and we are awaiting the NRC's review of the court decision.
If you can't, I know what your answer is on the thing, but I was just curious to see if you would say it aloud. But let's go back to this. Under the regulations, there was apparently an ability that the other states could override Nevada, or the Congress could override Nevada. So I'm just curious, when they listened to the state of Nevada, and this was a decision made and it's been endorsed now by enough congressional votes that there's support, did you go back to the other 34 states and ask them their opinion before? Mr. Lyon?
I have to confess that I'm not sure I'm following the line of your questioning, sir.
Well, there is the issue. The issue comes down to whether or not the definition of public support. If the public support of Nevada overrides I believe there are 34 other states that have spent nuclear fuel rods. Did you go back and ask them whether or not they concurred with this decision to stop the movement in Yucca Mountain? I think the answer is yes or no. Did you go to the other 34 states and ask them for their input?
The administration has stated on many occasions that a workable solution is a path forward.
I'm going to assume, unless you say otherwise, the answer is no. You only went to Nevada with that. Can you tell me by what authority, if the Congress has acted this way, what authority do you have just to deem away an act of Congress that we're not going to do this? They were not going to proceed, that the court had to step in and make you do it.
If the gentleman would yield, and to the members of the panel, you better take the question seriously, because he's asking a question, why didn't you comply with the law? That's the basic question. If you're confused about what Mr. McKinley is asking, he's asking why the NRC walked away without a public hearing and not complied with the law, and he's asking you, from the DOE perspective, why did the administration not comply with the law? And I think that's a very serious charge.
Let me say from the NRC's perspective that we, of course, intend to follow the law. We are now following the law, and we are moving forward. We are forward-focused on this. And in terms of your question of did you ask other states, we have asked all parties to the legal proceeding and participants to comment now. Moving forward.
So the other states they've agreed?
It's up to them whether they comment.
Okay, just one in closing in the few seconds I have left on it. There was testimony earlier about in Michigan and elsewhere, but at least in Michigan it was some $600 million has been spent in the Yucca Mountain project out there. Are they going to be, if we don't advance this, if it doesn't, are they going to be reimbursed, or what did the state of Michigan get for the $600 million that the taxpayers spent at Yucca Mountain? What did they get for that?
That is, we as the NRC, our job is to ensure that a repository application and the repository itself would be safe and operate safely. That's our job. So in terms of policy questions associated with the Nuclear Waste Fund, that's something that I defer to the Department, the Administration, and the Congress.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Gentleman's time's expired. Chair, now recognize gentleman from California, Mr. McNerney, for 5 minutes.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Chairman McFarland.